A bank account is running under your name, and all its funds are transferring into your life. You didn't open this account. You never signed the papers. Yet every delay, every tear, every silent prayer was being recorded there. Every time you chose honesty over shortcuts, a deposit was made. Every night you cried alone but didn't give up, interest was added. What people called loss, heaven called preparation. Now the transfer has begun. That's why things feel strange. That's why old doors are closing without explanation. That's why sudden peace is replacing fear. This account was never about money. It was about restoration. About returning what was taken from you in silence. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are just receiving what was stored for the right moment. And that moment is starting now. My beloved child. Listen quietly for a moment. Not with fear. Not with hurt. But with your heart. There is a bank account running under your name. You did not open it with your hands. You opened it with your tears. You never stood in line for it. You stood in silence for it. And now, all its funds are transferring into your life. My beloved child. You may be confused. You may say, I see nothing changing. But transfers don't make noise when they begin. They move silently, just like faith. This account was created the first time you were hurt. And chose not to become bitter. It was activated the night you cried alone. And still woke up the next morning with hope. My beloved child. Every time you were misunderstood. And stayed calm. A deposit was made. Every time people walked away. And you still loved. Interest was added. You thought those moments were wasted. Heaven never wastes pain, the hidden account. My beloved child. You asked many times. Why do I struggle while others rise? Why do I give so much and receive so little? Because this account was not visible on earth. It was protected. If you had received everything early, you would have trusted the gift. More than the giver. So the balance was hidden. Not denied. Hidden. My beloved child. Your honesty built this account. Your patience funded it. Your forgiveness multiplied it. When you wanted to quit, but took one more step, another transfer was approved. When you felt empty, but still helped someone else, the balance increased. You were never poor. You were in process. Why the transfer is starting now? My beloved child. Timing matters. If the transfer had happened earlier, you would not have been ready to carry the blessing. You would have doubted yourself. You would have feared losing it. You would have shrunk under responsibility. But now, you are stronger, calmer, wiser. That is why old doors are closing. That is why certain people are drifting away. That is why your spirit feels restless yet hopeful. My beloved child. Clearance always happens before credit. Silence always comes before announcement. The transfer is starting. Because your heart can now handle it. This is not just money. My beloved child. Do not limit this account to money. This account holds peace you thought you lost, confidence you buried, opportunities delayed, not destroyed. Respect returning to your name. Joy without fear you thought life only took from you. Life was preparing to return everything. With increase. My beloved child. Some blessings come as finances. Some come as healing. Some come as the right people entering your life. All are part of the same transfer. When doubt tries to stop you. My beloved child. Doubt will whisper. This is too good to be true. But doubt has never seen your ledger. It never counted your tears. It never measured your patience. Some will call it luck. Some will call it coincidence. But you will know the truth. My beloved child. This is return. This is restoration. This is alignment. Stay ready. My beloved child. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not announce it too early. Banks don't call attention during a transfer. They ensure accuracy first. Stay grateful in advance. Stay humble in growth. Stay faithful in silence. Because what is coming will require wisdom, not noise. The final message. My beloved child. You were never forgotten. You were never ignored. You were never late. The account was real. The balance was growing. And the transfer has begun. What you lost is returning. Not the same, but better. So walk forward calmly. Speak gently. Believe deeply. Because what is arriving has your name on it. My beloved child. Receiving this message is not random. A bank account is running under your name. And the transfer has already started. You didn't open this account. You didn't know it existed. But tonight, everything stored in your name begins to move. My beloved child. What you lost was never gone. It was deposited. And now, it's being released. You skip this, you may miss what has been building for years. There is an account under your name. And heaven just approved the transfer. This is for you. Not for everyone. A hidden account is unlocking. And your name is on it, before this day ends. Something stored in silence will start showing signs in your life. Listen carefully, nothing will look dramatic at first. No noise. No warning. But the transfer has begun. Stop scrolling. You didn't open this account. But your tears did. And now, everything stored under your name is moving toward you. Stop scrolling. This is not random. This message is for you. You didn't open this account. You never signed for it. But a bank account is running under your name. And everything stored there is starting to transfer now. Listen carefully. My beloved child. You kept asking me, why am I giving so much and receiving nothing? Why does life feel paused while others move ahead? What you didn't see was that nothing was paused. Everything was being processed. Banks don't release funds the moment they are deposited. They verify. They protect. They prepare. My beloved child. Your life was under verification, not rejection. Every time you were tested and didn't turn cruel, your name was cleared. Every time you were tempted to quit and stayed, your account became stronger. You thought delays meant denial. They meant security. My beloved child. This is why confusion came before clarity. This is why pressure came before peace. This is why people left before the blessing arrived. Not everyone is allowed to be present during a transfer. Some would distract you. Some would doubt you. Some would try to access what they never helped build. So separation happened first. My beloved child. If you feel emotional for no clear reason lately, if your sleep feels different, if your heart feels heavy yet hopeful, that is alignment. Transfers don't happen when you are loud. They happen when you are still. You may notice small signs first. A sudden opportunity. An unexpected conversation. A calm replacing fear. Do not ignore the small beginnings. Large transfers always move in phases. My beloved child. What starts quietly ends visibly. There will be a moment soon when you look back and realize the struggle stopped teaching lessons and started releasing rewards. You won't need to announce it. People will notice. Your walk will change. Your voice will soften. Your confidence will return without pride. That's how you'll know that I'm my beloved child. Do not rush the outcome. Do not compare timelines. Do not explain yourself. Let the transfer finish. Because what is arriving is not just for survival. It is for stability. Not just relief, but peace. Not just provision, but rest. My beloved child. I know you're tired of being strong. Tired of explaining yourself. Tired of hoping quietly. You learned how to smile while carrying weight no one saw. You learned how to stay kind when life wasn't kind back. That strength was not accidental. It was training. My beloved child. You were trusted with pressure. Because you were trusted with purpose. Some people receive quickly and lose quickly. You were protected from that. That is why things came slowly. That is why answers were delayed. That is why your prayers felt unheard. They were heard. They were being scheduled. There were moments you almost settled for less. Moments you almost accepted what didn't feel right. But something inside you said, wait. That voice was not fear. It was wisdom. My beloved child. Waiting saved you from accounts that looked full, but were empty inside. You don't need to chase what is already assigned to you. When the transfer is complete, you won't have to beg, force, or prove. It will arrive naturally, calmly, right on time. My beloved child. Some of what's coming will surprise you. Not because it's big, but because it's easy. You will say, why did I worry so much? Why did I doubt? Because struggle taught you survival. Now peace will teach you living. There will be days soon when you wake up without heaviness, when you breathe deeper, when laughter feels natural again, when hope no longer hurts. That is not laziness. That is healing. My beloved child. Protect your spirit in this season. Not everyone needs to know your next move. Not everyone deserves access to your joy. Silence is not secrecy. It is wisdom. Let results speak. Soft pause. And remember this. What is transferring into your life is not random matches. Your patience. Your honesty. Your endurance. Nothing extra. Nothing missing. My beloved child. You are stepping out of survival mode. You are entering a season where effort brings results. Where peace replaces panic. Where joy feels safe again. My beloved child. There is something important you must understand now. What is transferring into your life will not look like chaos. It will look like clarity. You expected noise. You expected drama. But peace is the sign you asked for. My beloved child. You survived seasons that should have broken you. You lost things you prayed to keep. You watched plans collapse without warning. You trusted, and trust cost you. But nothing was stolen. Everything was stored. You wondered why help didn't come when you needed it most. Why answers came late. Why silence was your only companion. Because if help had come too early, you would have depended on people. Now you depend on truth. My beloved child. This is the moment when effort begins to meet favor. Not because you demanded it. Not because you proved anything. But because you stayed real. When giving up felt easier. That is why the transfer is clean. No confusion. That problems don't scare you like before. That uncertainty doesn't shake you like before. That you respond instead of react. That is growth. My beloved child. Some people will reappear once the results become visible. Not all deserve access again. Forgiveness does not mean re-entry. Peace does not require explanation. Choose calm over history. Gentle pause. Listen carefully now. If your heart feels emotional while hearing this, it's because something inside you remembers what your mind almost forgot. You were always meant for more than survival. My beloved child. The next season will ask you to receive without guilt, to rest without apology, to enjoy without fear. Do not sabotage peace just because struggle feels familiar. This new chapter is not temporary. You won't need to chase blessings. They will meet you naturally. You won't need to convince anyone. Your consistency already spoke. And when the transfer completes, you will understand. The wait protected you. The delay matured you. The silence prepared you. My beloved child. Before this message ends, I want you to release one thing. Fear. Fear that it won't last. Fear that it will disappear. Fear that you don't deserve it. Those fears were born in survival. You are no longer there. My beloved child. You don't need to prepare for loss anymore. You don't need to expect disappointment anymore. You don't need to guard your heart from life anymore. This season is not fragile. It is stable. What is arriving is rooted, not temporary. You spent so long being careful, being alert, being ready for things to go wrong. Now learn something new. Rest. Rest is not weakness. Rest is trust. My beloved child. When the transfer fully settles, you will notice something beautiful. You will stop proving yourself. You will stop explaining your worth. You will stop shrinking to be accepted. Because peace teaches confidence. Without noise. Some days, you will simply smile. And not know why. Some nights, you will sleep deeply. Without replaying words. Some mornings, you will wake up. Excited instead of anxious. That is how you will recognize it. My beloved child. This is not the end of struggle only. This is the beginning of ease. Not a life without responsibility, but a life without constant pressure. You earned this season by not giving up in the last one. And remember this clearly. What is transferring into your life will bless you without breaking you. It will grow you.